Hey everybody, it's Stalker13R bringing you another episode of Team Able. Anything but last. I've shown this clip in the intros before, and the point here is that I've got some of my health pool left over. We're at the end of the game, and I've taken some calculated risks, but I've saved that health pool at the end, which gives me the opportunity to be in the position of advantage at the end of the game right here. So a lot of my videos focus on behaviors that we need to see more of in the game, and less of the traditional I'm in a heavy tank, I'm going to push and take all the risk. And today we're gonna go the opposite way, and I am gonna be in a heavy tank, and we are gonna be taking those risks. But there's a fine line between taking a calculated risk and biting off more than you can chew. And it's an art, not a science, so I just wanted to take this game today and make a few points about some of the factors that you may use to make those decisions on the fly, and see if you can't get lucky making better calculated risks and not biting off more than you can chew. So we're in the Object 252U here, and we are top tier, so that's going to be a good opportunity to be that aggressor and to be the one that's going to be required to take those risks. And we're going to go up to the hillside here, and it's a risky position up there. You can get flank fired from down below. You can get the 9 and 0 A and B corner up there often has some dangers with hidden TDs or artillery, and it's a risky position, but it's one that it's common for people to go up here and try to take. Now today we didn't have a whole lot of folks come up this way. There's an IS behind me right here, and I'm just getting a feel for what is my situation on the battlefield. I've got an IS with me. I don't think he's got the fully upgraded gun. I'm not positive on that, but I don't think he's fully upgraded. So I'm not expecting him to take a lot of risk or to be super aggressive. So that's part of my situational factors I have to consider. The enemy's already been spotted, heading up there, and they've got a little bit of their attention already taken by these two vehicles that are down below. So that's another factor, in our overall equation. And then we've got this medium up here on top. It's a pretty good medium, but again, it's not going to be someone that I expect to be super aggressive. So we've got, medium alpha damage tanks that are supporting me, and I'm going to be the heavy tank that has to make that push. So the first threat that I have is getting flank fired from down below. So I'm going to stay as far back as I can, and I'm going to see what that situation is down below, because I've got to see that that's negated before I can push across. I'll stop just short so that this 1375 doesn't quite spot me yet. And it looks like our team has quite a lot of pressure on the center, so I don't expect them to be looking up here as much as they might normally be. I notice that I have an IS-2 shot down here. It's a long-range shot with this gun, but I'm going to go ahead and take it. And we'll give him a 414 to think about. Now I know I've been spotted and there is an artillery in the game. And this is still a pretty new crew for me. I haven't swapped out my crew even though it's a premium vehicle. I'm just running, I'm going to build up the crew as I go. So I've got to play a little arty safe. I do think that center line is somewhat distracted, but now I've got to poke out here and get spotted. I've got a rear shot on this KV-4, and I'm going to take it. 456 is definitely something I want to get when I'm not going to get a shot back. The other thing I'm doing is I have been spotted, and I am forward on this ridge. If there is a lot of support fire on that green hill back there in the back corner of this map, they'd already be firing at me by now. So that's how I'm calculating this risk I'm taking of moving forward into this aggressive position. Now my tank mates that are with me here, they have moved up with me, but they're only going to move up so far, so I can't get overextended. I'm making the evaluation that I can deal with this KV-2 and this other medium tank that's with him, all on my own without requiring a whole lot of support. But I know they're going to draw the attention of that KV-4, so I've got to work quickly to get back up there, because I think that KV-4 will probably be able to make short work of them. Now I'm going to turn the back of my tank to that terrain feature behind me where it's common to have TDs, because I've already made that assessment that it's clear and there's no one there. They would have already shot at the front armor. So I'm going to go ahead and take that chance that someone could shoot at my rear armor and get this KV-4's gun off of my lesser equipped for this tier matchmaking battle, and we'll get this KV-4 out of the way. Now that we've done that, it looks like our team's up pretty well. We know that there's going to be guys back on their base, but look at that. They're making a push back to ours. And as the stratagem always dictates, always fall back to your base. We can always go cap later. So my tanker mates are going to stay up there on the high ground, and they're still supporting me. They don't have to come down here with me to do that. And they're not going to give up that advantage of having the position of high ground, and that's the right call to make. And I'm going to go ahead and use what little speed I have to get back there and keep that pressure on. And with my other tank mates on the battlefield, we're going to just continue to close this loop around these guys and keep them tucked in. So here's one of the bigger threats to this tank, actually, is one of these auto-loading light tanks giving you the circle. So I'm going to continue to drive out of his circle, making his circle have to be wider and wider, and that's going to give me the advantage of my turret rotation speed if I continue to drive out of the circle. If I just stop and rotate my turret, he'll stay ahead of me all day, and he'll clip me, and he'll have time to reload and clip me again. Now I did have my support up on the hill, and I've got this other light tank coming too, and that was a lot of help. But if you're getting circled, drive out of it. And now I'm going to see someone that's getting circled, and the trick here with your lower shell velocity with these big guns is shoot at that vehicle while it's on the left side or the right side of that circle as you look at it, because that's where they'll be coming straight at you or moving straight away from you, and it greatly reduces your need to lead that target. So always shoot at it on the left or the right. If you try to shoot at it in the middle, you run a much higher risk of missing that shot. So that's just a little tip on, how to deal with a couple of situations where you're getting circled. That'll give you an idea of, okay, well, what assessment do you need to make is it time to take that risk? And some of that is being familiar with what the battle rhythm is. How soon can I expect what kind of friendly or enemy vehicles to be in a given area? The tank mates that I have with me, are they going to be aggressive and push as hard as I am, or am I going to have to stick closer to them and not overextend myself and get outside of a position that they're going to be willing to go to support me? So I hope that'll give you a little bit of food for thought, and that today's video was, again, just an average everyday game, but we want to make every game a better game here at Team Able and ensure that you come in anything but last. Thanks for watching, and here's the 252 looking at you.